What's up, everybody? It's Roger, Working Man Cigars. I feel like it's really loud in here, man. I have this other fan and it's like super loud in here. So for tonight, I'm excited for this one because this is gonna be a Roma. So for those of you that know, like to poke fun of me, like to call it Roger Craft. Tonight's for that. Damn, I forgot to take a picture of this cigar. Shit. Well, we'll see how it goes. But I got here the Roma Black Irish, and it is a barber pole. I haven't had this cigar yet, but I've heard really, really good things. And you know what I realized? Some of these barber poles are not real barber poles. Like they just make one of these strips and they wrap it around. And I think that's bullshit. But this one actually looks like it's a legit one. I mean, I may be wrong, I'm not saying, but it looks like the Maduro wrapper's wrapped over the Candela wrapper here because I could see it. So, man, it's gotta be. If it's a Roma, it's gotta be legit, right? So, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this up, get this smoking. I'm excited about it, man. I'm smoking that for St. Patrick's Day, obviously. So, I actually got this new cutter from Luxury Cigar Club. You guys know I freaking love luxury. It is a nice like fidgety thing, you know? It's pretty cool. Great draw, as always. I've never had a Roma Craft with a bad draw. I mean, I'm just saying, all right? I'm not saying they're all good, but I'm just saying I've never had one with a bad draw. I really feel like I'm forgetting something today. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I am forgetting something. It already tastes nice, man. It already tastes good. A little bit of spice right off the bat. I'm getting an interesting tasting note. I'm not too familiar with it. Maybe it's from the little bit of Candela. It's not very prominent, right? But it's a very, like a little twinge of something. So, I'm getting a lot of spice on this cigar though. Smooth though. I'm not getting any harshness. Sometimes when I get a spice, I also get a little bit of harshness. And I don't want to say harshness because that's kind of like what I equate it to. But it can also be, you know, bitterness. I can also trade harshness in with bitterness, and I do get a little bit. Sometimes I get a bit of bitterness or harshness from certain dark cigars, but this one's not getting me any of that. All right. So far, starting off so good. So in lieu of the regular long overviews that I do, this one's gonna be a nice short overview, I think. Short for me is like 12-15 minutes, guys. You guys already know. And again, I say overview because I'm not a reviewer. This is not a review. This is not I don't grade cigars, tell you anything. I'm just gonna tell you whether I liked it or not, what I'm getting. I'm gonna go ahead and smoke this down a little bit more, and then I'll check back in, let you know how it's going. All right, so currently into this Roma Craft Black Irish. Of course it looks bad. Admittedly, I've been smoking this thing fairly quickly because I'm not really liking it. I'm trying to get through it pretty quick. But these things last a long time, and I remember that. Even though they're a little bit stubbier, they're not very big cigars, but the way that they're packed, they smoke very slow. So I've been chugging away at this thing, and it's still, I mean, it's still going, man. I mean, I'm at like almost 40 minutes of smoke time, and like, there's still a lot of the cigar left. So I'm not liking this cigar too much. It's got very distinct flavors. It's got very distinct flavor notes, but it's not really my thing. It's got a bit of spice. It's got this weird taste that I can't really tell what it is. if it wasn't for that, I would love this cigar. The way it's burning, the burn line isn't like super crisp, but the construction, I mean, it's whatever, right? But it is, I feel like these always have pretty good construction. I already ashed it once. The draw is perfect. All in all, this cigar is smoking great. It's just not my cup of tea, you know? So I was really excited about trying the cigar, but yeah, so far not so good. Now that's just me, right? It's got a very nice on the retrohale and the finish. There's a very nice flavor note to that. And again, I don't know what that is either, but it's pretty nice. That's like the only enjoyable thing. Other than that, though, it's like I prefer very sweet cigars. A lot more like everything about this cigar is like the type of cigars that I like. The smoke production, the way, the mouthfeel. I think that's what makes me like this cigar so much too. I always thought they were like thicker cigars, but they're not. The ring gauge isn't crazy. I mean, they're 56 ring gauge cigars. And this is like my sweet spot. It's very nice. It's like the mouthfeel of this cigar is great. The way it's smoking and burning, I'm enjoying it. The rate that it's burning is great. It's just the flavor profile isn't really for me. It's not really a dark cigar. It doesn't have the bitterness or the harshness of a dark cigar, but it has the flavor notes of like just a dark cigar. Yeah, I like smoother, nicer, just... I actually enjoy Connecticut's, so that kind of puts things into perspective as well, is that I do enjoy Connecticut's quite a bit. And you know what I also noticed, like for the people that tend to like this, like, you know, Matt Cigar Hound Dog really liked this cigar. He said that the Black Iris was bomb. And I, on the other hand, love the Frenchie and like the Sabertooth. The Sabertooth's darker. The Frenchie is like, man, I love that cigar, right? Yeah, there's a lot of cigars that have like the natural version and then the Maduro version. And usually I'm more in line with the natural version. So if you prefer Maduros over like natural, Claro, Connecticut's kind of pushing, right? Because Connecticut's like a whole nother thing. But I mean, it's a good cigar. Like for being dark, it's not very earthy. It's got a little bit of leather note, little bit of leather to me, but it's got like a weird flavor note that when you look at the cigar, I think, damn, this is gonna be dark and bold, but it's not. You know, it's not that. It is surprisingly easy on the finish. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a nice cigar. It's just not really my thing. Something about these cigars, man. I just love the way they burn, man. I freaking love Roma Crafts, dude. These are great cigars. Because I could see this, if this is like your flavor profile, man, I could see people all over this thing, man. All right, well, I'm going to finish smoking this thing down, and then I'll check in when I'm in the final third. What's up, guys? All right, so checking back in. Something kind of interesting happened. Well, not interesting, right? This has been happening to me a lot lately. I'm starting to realize this. So I was starting to smoke the cigar, and it started to get better for me towards the end, which I was like, damn, that's weird, man. Again, though, Roma Craft, like, dude, if it would have been good for me from the beginning, this would have been like a crescendo cigar, but I was smoking the cigar down. I was going to check in, but I was really enjoying it. I was finishing up some work, and then I got pulled away, and I thought, fuck. I was like, whatever. I came back, and I had to relight it, and it's pretty hot towards the end because of how I had to relight it pretty aggressively right now. It had completely died down. But for some reason, this smoke, because it's hot, it's giving me like a different flavor note than even before I went inside. So I don't know if it's because it cooled down completely and it sat out here for like 45 minutes and then I relit it or what it is, but right now the cigar tastes way different. And it is really enjoyable. Like now that I've mentioned this before, sometimes when the smoke is hot, I either get saltiness, mintiness, or like a little bit of sweetness. And right now I'm getting a little bit of like a minty note. And again, I know that's because the smoke is pretty hot right now. But I also am getting now, which I was getting this a little bit earlier before I had to put it down. I'm getting a little bit of like earthiness with the note that I know a lot of people don't like, but I really like it. And it's quite a bit of floral note right now. So I'm getting like a floral note with some earthiness, with like a little bit of that minty note from the hot smoke. And man, it is nice, dude. You guys are probably like, ugh, I hate floral, I hate earthy, and I hate fucking hot smoke, but I like it. It's good right now. Damn, man. It's actually better right now that I came and relit it. So, Mike, Cigar Carpenter, yes, bro, sorry, dude, but I just relit it and it tastes better. Again, I don't know if it's because I relit it and I let it die for like 45 minutes, but I think maybe it might be because it was starting to pick up these notes towards the end. And because I stopped smoking for a bit and just came to re-smoke it, I think maybe that's why. Maybe like it's just like smoking it from the beginning, and it's nice, man. Yeah, man. All in all, like I really enjoyed the last third a little bit more. The last third was pretty enjoyable, and then right now, it's my favorite so far right now, which is unfortunate because it's kind of uncomfortable to smoke it. The smoke is a little bit too hot right now. But yeah, I still probably would not pick this up again just because it wasn't really my thing. But again, for people who like the other notes, I know people hate a lot of people don't like the earthy notes or the floral notes. But besides that, I think this would be like a good traditional kind of cigar for people that like, you know, like traditional style kind of Maduro cigars. And for me, this didn't taste like the regular Cro-Magnon. The regular Cro-Magnon, this doesn't taste the same to me. So yeah, it's interesting, man. If you find them out there, I say they're worth a shot. They're not super expensive. They're not crazy cigars. And they're, to me, Roma Craft, especially their barber poles, they're quality sticks, man. Quality sticks. Oh, man, a nice, like, nice freaking, like, little floral retro hell. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Hopefully this was a short video. I'm pretty sure it was because I didn't really record too much, but if you guys see this out there, it's an interesting cigar, man. If a cigar, if this is a cigar you've been curious about and wanting to try, say it's worth the try, man. If you see it, you're able to pick it up, I'd say pick it up, all right? So that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this overview. I'll see you guys on the next one.